Peace, love, life, solidarity upon your journey. It's been a while, since I uh, created or went on live stream on Facebook or whatnot. But I'm back at it. I just was listening to an interview with Brother 19 Keys, Ben X, from the nation. And Brother 19 Keys, he says something that's very relatable and very significant into the modern times that you and I live in. He was saying that Brother Dr. Wesley Muhammad from the Nation of Islam, who's the primary representative underneath the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, he stated that we oversexualize black women. And that right there, that stuck to my mind. Because we, as boys, males, or men, we have a psychological perspective and analysis of overly sexualizing the black woman. Due to us having experiences, due to us having things stored within our nature, due to us having psychological vocabulary words that consistent within the neurological brain, due to us losing the understanding and the importance of the black woman, we justify them as something degrading. We justify them something that's lower than their worth. We justify them something that's lower than their own history. We justify the black woman as a bitch. We justify black women as a whole. We justify black women on the lowest frequency, on the lowest megahertz that you can possibly psychologically even think of. And I say to myself, like, damn, I see why most sisters are like that. It's due to a guy that she been in love with. It's due to a family member that she was close with. It's due to tremendous amount of things, I would say. But most importantly, it's with us. Because she's the one who's been on our side through it all. She's the one who's been there when no one else been there. She is the mother of civilization. She is the creator of this universe. She is so connected with the sun, moon, and stars. She always get affected by the crescent of the moon. She always get affected, by things that's going on within nature. So I said to myself, like, damn, we over sexualize her. Once we were stripped out of the knowledge, once we were stripped of the understanding of the black woman, and we have been replaced with the misunderstanding, if I could use that word, of the black woman. We gave her all the frequencies that's consistent within words and justified that and put that inside of her nature. You gotta understand that most beautiful sisters, listen to what I'm finna say. Most beautiful sisters open up her nature, open up the portal, give that onto you, and you come in and damage her life. You come in and damage her life. And now she's here justifying something that's lower than her worth. Because it was experienced before, that she received, and that left her portal to be open. Right? And once her portal was open and everything, she fell in love with a particular guy that she known for quite some time. And that particular guy, he was one of her best friends. Up until they started getting into arguments, calling her a B, calling her that. Because she lacked the understanding knowledge of her own self. You gotta understand that most beautiful sisters, they are stripped of the knowledge and understanding of themselves. So once they get into a relationship with a guy and they don't teach him about the knowledge of herself, and they put low classifications upon her dealing with the frequency, right? And once they put that frequency within her, she justified that as reality because just like Knowledge Reigns Supreme stated, he said whatever the mind perceive it as reality. That's why I really respect and honor black women. Because black women, every time I see the black woman, I say, man, she is God. she is God, you know? And it's nothing for me to actually I don't feel like saying it or don't want to say it. I understand that. It's just that once I just deeply think about how the black woman, how we got birth from her within her solar system, which is called the womb. And once we was traveling in space in her stomach, and we came out, we got birthed into reality. She almost could have had a heart attack, birthing us into this physical realm. That just made me just appreciate them more and more. You know? And we could talk about how the Father birthed us and everything, but it's not the Father who birthed us. The Father, he don't go through the emotional process. He don't go through the process as a black woman. The black woman, she go through the process over 36 weeks, 37 weeks if I'm not mistaken. She go through 9 months. She deal with a lot of aches and pain because the baby is moving, the baby is growing, the baby is kicking. So we definitely got to understand the importance of the black woman. That's why I teach about that so much. Understanding the importance of the black woman. Because she is very important. She is our first teacher. She is our first educator. Who taught us to love and understand ourselves? Who taught us that? It was her. So why the hell would you disrespect her? In order for you to disrespect her, you gotta be disrespecting your own self. Because you came through her solar system, correct? Think about what I'm saying. You came from her solar system because she gave you life. She had the potential. She had the ability to push you out. So therefore, you are nothing more but than the image of her. So that's why I say, anytime when a black woman, a great sister, always comment on my posts and always give me good feedback and everything, I say, I'm a reflection of you. I'm just a reflection of you. But I got that for my dear brother Imhotep and everything. I'm not the one who came up with that though, but I gotta give credit when it's due. So yeah. But I understand from watching my mother raise me, she didn't have a lot of father figure tools and everything. So due to her not having the father figure tools and everything, she only could take me to manhood to a certain extent, or boyhood or manhood, So with all of her, with her guidance and everything, and etc., I just took that and I actually on this journey now, of actually becoming a young male, a young man, because I understand there's levels to this though. That's why I thank my mother, because she gave me the understanding of the importance of the black woman. She gave me the significance of her, man. Because I see her having a straight up battle, just raising her own single children by herself. You know what I'm saying? It was people that was in the equation, assisting with her, but 365 days, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, it was her. So that's why I say, and that's why I give my mother the credit she deserved. And I also apologize to my mother, because I understand that my mother went through turmoil, she went through hell, she went through a lot of things due to me acting up in school and everything. She went through a lot. So that's why I text her, because I acted like a fool. I'm an image of you, and I'm acting like a fool. I'm acting like I don't have no self-control. I'm acting like I don't have no discipline. I'm acting like I don't have, nothing that you gave unto me. You gave me everything. You gave me life. So that's why I say that I owe my life to my mother, because I wasn't supposed to even be born, but just the fact that I'm born though. The fact that the doctor said that after your second child, which is my older sister, which she is 25 years of age now, born in 1994, right? And life comes out. She birthed life after the second child, after my sister. So therefore, I owe my life to her, you know? Because, once I realized that I came out the womb different. This is going to get deep right here. I came out the womb different. I couldn't even hear till I was 2 years of age. You know what I'm saying? I suffered from a lot of bleeding within my eardrums and everything. I was always, separated between, other individuals when I was in pre-K, when I was in Head Start, those programs and everything. Because I was so unique at the time period that I couldn't even wrap my mind around it, though, because I said to myself, like, damn, I see everybody with their friends and everything. Like, why am I like the only one that's here by myself, dolo? So I was internalizing a lot of pain. I was internalizing like a lot of loneliness, and on that journey and everything, I remember most importantly that my mom, she was there through thick and thin, even though that me and my mom, we have our disagreements, we have our bad times, we have our bad terms and everything. I never forget what she done for me. But she did too much for me, for me to psychologically even not to realize it or just forget about it. I'll be completely honest with you. So me being 21 years of age and me coming to an understanding, coming to a realization of myself that my mom, she was a patriarch in the family, meaning that she was the head of the family, meaning that any knowledge, any wisdom, anything that she had in her nature and her spirit, she gave down to us. She fed us, she clothed us, and I could say this elatedly, that she raised us and not babysit us. She raised us and never babysitted us, because that's what most parents do nowadays. They babysit their own child. They're not raising them. They're not teaching them. You see, and I'm so humbly grateful that she gave me discipline. I'm so humble and so gratefully that she gave me to, be respectful. That's going to stand out regardless. You see, and once you come to understanding with yourself and don't want to change yourself for no one, whether if no one likes you, or whatever the case may be, you'll say to yourself, or you'll come to the realization that you are perfect, you are unique. That's why I said to myself, once God created me, he never made a mistake with me, but who is God? And God is the highest frequency that's within me, and something I truly realized, and I'm coming to a realization each and every day. That's why I thank my mother and I honor my mother and everything, because just like I said before, she is the father. She took up the position as a mother and father. For that, I owe her in my life. With that being said, I would say to all the brothers, don't disrespect the black woman. Don't classify her as a bitch. She'll never be your bitch, because a bitch is a female dog. And if you look at the origin or the history of the black woman, she's the one who saved us. She's the one who loved us. She's the one who gave us life. Just to look at this, for example. You put your frequency in her nature. You put your frequency in her solar system. And she formulated that within 9 months. And she birthed her husband image, which is you. But on that note, I would say, may you guys have love, life, peace upon your journey. Thank you for your time.